Today I'm going to show you how to braid hair into a princess crown. Hello, I'm Renee with Modern Homemakers, and today we're going to learn how to braid hair. So Winnie is our model today, and she has thick hair and thick straight hair. We're going to start with the side part. I'll just neaten this up a little bit. Winnie's going to have a crown today. We're going to braid her hair into a crown. Start with just a little section there. And then we will French braid this, so we'll divide it into 3 sections. And I'm going to cross under with the braid. You could do over or under. I'm going to cross under today. It'll make it stick out a little bit more. So starting with the section on the right, you pass it under. Then you take the section on the left and pass it under. Then when we're back to the right, we're going to add a little bit of hair to that section. So you just reach down underneath, add a little bit of hair, and then we're going to pass that under. Try to hold it tight close to the head. And then once again, we drag another section of hair over here from the side, add it to that section on the left, and pass under. And we'll just keep repeating that each time, going back from the right to the left, and each time we add, we pass under. And just keep adding. And we'll continue this around her hair, all the way around. Now some people, depending on the hair texture, Winnie actually, her hair is harder to braid just because it is thick and there's a lot of it. It's actually easier to braid hair that is not as thick. But the nice thing about it, she's going to have a great big pretty crown when we get done because she does have so much hair. You can do this with a lot shorter hair, so don't be concerned if you're doing this on a head of hair that's a lot shorter. Because with Winnie, we're actually going to have extra hair, and I'll just end up wrapping it around when we get to the end. So you could do this with just like shoulder length hair. You're being really good, Winnie. I know this is not your favorite thing, but you'll be really happy whenever your crown is finished. I bet you'll be the only one at church today with a crown. Okay, Winnie, would you like to turn and look at yourself in the mirror? Thank you. Very helpful. I appreciate that. Sometimes this kind of gets tangly, so you can either, like I have my comb just kind of stuck underneath my armpit, you could pull that out, or you can just use your fingers a lot of times.
What's the armpit face?
Don't worry. I have on a clean shirt, so it's not getting stinky under there. So this crown could be down a little lower, or I'm just going to go ahead and make hers kind of up in the center, but it could be down low following the hairline on the bottom more. Very nice. All right, turn a little bit more, Winnie. Just kind of face that way. Yeah, you take your legs to that side. So pretty. Kind of feel like you need an extra hand whenever you first start doing this, so you definitely want to practice. You don't want the very first time you're doing it to be like a special occasion. I would just practice on a day when you're not even going anywhere. And practice does make perfect. Actually, I haven't done this in a long time because when I first started braiding was whenever my girls were little. So that's been many years ago. Used to braid Winnie's mother's hair, Joaquina. And she loved to have her hair braided. I used to braid her hair for school. Oh yeah. Here comes the princess. I've even done my own hair when I was younger, you know, a lot younger than now, but I still do like just a plain French braid in the back, but I've even done this very same braid on my hair. All right, sit tall when I was younger. You'd be amazed what you can do just with practice, and if you've got a mirror where you can see the back of your hair. All right, so here's where it's going to get a little tricky. I want to make sure that we don't start getting too low. I want to make sure that we kind of keep that. I know, I'm sorry, just kind of pulled that a little bit. All right, sit tall. Okay, I need to get back here, so I want to make sure that the height, so that I don't get lower on this side than on that side. Okay, and then Winnie, I'm going to have you turn around again all the way to this side. No, turn to this side now. All the way around. Very nice. Okay, sit up tall, please. Nice. Good posture. And then if you could look that way, that would really help. Starting to get really thick. You can see we're getting a lot more hair in there now. Look all the way over there by the closet, Winnie. Right in front of you. Yep, this way. Look that way. Okay, turn a little bit more toward me. Nice. Okay. I'm just gonna get myself all tangled up here. The tricky part when you get to this point is you just got to keep on getting close to the head, because you've got so much hair in there by this point that it starts to kind of try to pull away from the head. So just you have to make it tight. Okay. Okay, sit up real tall. I want to see what you look like from the front before I start getting this last section. Okay, sit a little taller. Sit up straight. Don't want a tilted crown. Try to get that crown on right. Alright, so here's the last section of hair. I'm going to pull it under. Okay, so you can see we have the gap between the two pieces. So I'm just going to do a regular, I'm going to try to get the tangles out. And then just do a regular braid. And this last tail, just kind of look forward. Look at mommy. And I need a little bit of, I'm going to get a little bit of water because this is, I'm going to make that where it's not. I lost my spray bottle, so I just got a cup of water here. That works too. Okay. Then we're just going to braid that little tail. And you start getting those little short pieces. So this isn't going to be perfect. We may have to like hide that. I'm going to put a little hairspray on the end of that, and that'll help it. Hairspray or mousse, either one, will just kind of help this as I braid these end pieces to get it in there tight. Because you start getting those short pieces and they're going to stick out. Now what would be best would be the little ponytail holder that's more of a rubber band, but I didn't have one of those, so I'm just going to use a regular ponytail holder. Actually, I'm going to look and see if I can find one of those. Okay, I did find one of those smaller ponytail holders, so just the little rubber ones. End pieces are all different lengths, so it's gonna have to tuck those in, and also you can see that there's some shorter hairs that were different lengths that are popping out, so we'll have to fix those also. Okay, so we're gonna bring this around and fasten it under here. Okay, I need some pins. Now what would work the best would be the pins that aren't bobby pins, just hair pins, but I don't have any of those, so I'm just going to use this. I'm going to stick that under, and I'm kind of pull this braid on top of that to hide that colored part. If you're working in a salon, you can never put those in your mouth like I just did, but it's my granddaughter, so who cares? All right, now this is a little bit crooked. This side is a little bit lower. I was worried it was getting too high, and I think I lowered it and I shouldn't. So I'm just gonna pin that up and make that side just a little higher. Kind of even it out. Okay, so we have the braid part. Here, turn around so they can see. And now what I'm gonna do is fix some loose things that are hanging around. Just gonna spray that, and then just kind of comb it up. If you have any real big pieces, you could pin them. Spray in your eyes. That under there. I'm just gonna poke in a couple of little short hairs that are sticking out. Whoops, no, I'm not gonna spray it in your eye, don't worry. Put my hand there.
Thank you for my princess crown.
You're welcome.